now that I've been put through. I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up guys, Masta Styles here back with another Eternal Evolution video. Today we're going to be covering the patch notes and see what they got going on. So let's actually hop over to the patch notes here. I'll do the one in the game, and if we have enough time we'll take a look at the new SP Heroes skills. I'm telling you right now, she is absolutely broken just off of what's on paper, right? So I can only imagine what she's going to be like in game. And of course, the road to 1K continues. As I mentioned, we will be doing some summoning for the new SP hero based on you guys' feedback. And of course, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, I've completed my spreadsheet for all the SSS heroes plus the SP heroes in the game. We got early game, mid game, all of that fun stuff, PvE. All of the places that you could potentially use the hero, I gave them a tier grade. But again, if you've watched my tier list, it usually goes from S to E. I've changed it to S plus down to D. So again, I'm gonna have to end up making a new tier list to reflect that. So that's something that's going to happen in the near future. But for right now, you're here because you want to see what the patch notes are. So let's hop over to them. Give me a second here. So as always, giving out 500 diamonds, it takes 30 minutes. So they say, we'll see if that's what happens. Okay. New hero, Daji, Ninetail Mistress. She's an SP level Wenfyr summon hero. Why don't they just call it summoner? We all say it's summoner, right? But anyways, at the start of battle, summons Ninetail Fox. Their damage taken is reduced. Interestingly enough, foxes have the ultimate skill, Tail Strike, deals damage to enemies in range equal to a percentage of attack and interrupts charges. Stunning targets for seconds. I don't know if she needs accuracy, but whenever you see stuns, chances are you might need some accuracy. Active effect. Daji dispels pheromones, making all Ninetail foxes go berserk. Foxes grow in size, restores energy, and all stats and damage reduction effect increase by few times for seconds. Okay. Damage received by Daji is reduced. Sounds like she could be a great frontliner. But I'll show you a team that I was thinking. This effect also applied to true damage. Okay, work well against Ravenna. That's great there. Ninetail foxes recover endlessly at the location with HP and energy if Daji is on the battlefield. Daji is immune to control effects for seconds after revival. With 3 or more tanks or summoners in the squad, Daji creates a phantom field at the start of battle for seconds. For every one fallen unit, listen, fallen unit, that includes summon creatures too, which is interesting. All allied damage is increased. She might be crazy on the tank team, right? I know everybody's thinking summoners, but she might be nuts on the tank team if you think about it. You couple her with Connor, whoo, what? Can be stacked up to a few times. And also restores max HP and energy. Keyword there, restores max HP and energy. What? Optimize clears skill description. Add in passive clear, becomes immune to control effects for 3 seconds. Where? That is so random, right? After receiving total damage exceeding 40% of her max HP. Okay, so they did do some rework on Claire. Okay. To the description of Whirlwind Throw. The skill is currently in effect, and this update only changes the skill description. So it's still the same. Okay, I thought they were going to make a change there. Guess I was wrong. We also have a returning banner for Amat, which this is an opportunity to get Amat. But again, we're also in new hero preparation mode, right? So I tend to pass. This is me personally. I tend to pass on the 3rd week hero banner. Of course, getting a copy of Amat would be great if you don't have her. But if you don't have tickets for the new hero coming, I would just either pass on this one. But Amat is great. She's going to work well with the summoner team. And of course, you see the new SP summoner here. What I'm going to do is actually test the new SP hero at 1 copy, because most people are going to push for that. And then of course, I'll do the further testing as we go along. Also, of course, they have the Pyramid of Adventure. This is where you get your gems, your selected boxes, and all of that fun stuff. So definitely hoping that you saved up your divine prototype cards to summon on this week. Don't summon outside of that. Once the event is done, you hoard your cards, and then when this event comes around, you do your summoning. So 120, I think it gets you about 24 if I can remember off the top of my head. There's also the event that correlates with the new SP is the Hero Evolution, right? Where you get the new SP Daji to correspond qualities, means that you need to get multiple copies and you gain some additional rewards. So again, another thing you want to do is hoard your Astro tickets. For me, that's tough. I want to pop them every time I get them. So again, but I am going to do some summonings for that to see what we can get off of that event. And of course, the other correlating event is Astro Mirror event. This is the one here where for every time you summon on the Astro Mirror, you gain Eternal Light. And Eternal Light can be used to make purchases in terms of getting shards. The prototype, you need 200 for the prototype. And I think the fusion chip is also 200 if I can remember, based off the last event that they had. You need 480 Eternal Light based off the last time I seen it in the math that I did to get 1 copy of the new SP hero. But again, if you have 480, chances are you already have a copy, and you'll potentially be either a quarter of the way through a new one, and then you can just grab the additional that you need to get to the 2nd copy. But they also have the red prototype compass, of course. I thought they were going to come out with a new prototype that was going to fit in the 1st slot. So I guess we gotta wait till the event comes around to see what they bring to the table. But this is the thing that I noticed when I went on Facebook. So they have a login event that it's going to last about 30 days, and they're giving away 300 tickets combined, right? So you get 100 limited tickets, you get 100 Astro tickets, and 100 Divine Prototype recruitment cards. Again, this is free resources. You just have to log in every day. Chances are I'll do this on my free-to-play account. You guys haven't said anything about the free-to-play account. So again, if you don't say nothing, I'm not doing it. I'm already fixated on making content for the main account. If you don't talk about free-to-play, I ain't gonna do it. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, we also have Guild Expedition. You know how that works. It requires you to correlate with your guild and go through the 3 bosses. Nothing new there. Oh, and just to go back up to that previous event, it says the event will last until all rewards have been claimed. So that means that that event's going to be around for a long time until you claim it, interestingly enough. Of course, Twilight Lands returns. Very interesting to see what prototype they're going to add to the Twilight Lands rewards. Game content adjustment and optimizations. Added a double confirmation pop-up for skipping battles in Twilight Lands. Okay, we'll see. But sometimes it's like, you already know you're not going to really make no difference in this battle, so I skip it. I need a skip button function for Crimson Abyss, Lost Valley, and Gatosian Triangle. That's what I need skip button function for. Bug fixes. Fix the issue where Claire's Awakening Fearless State did not trigger the gem lifesteal effect. A lot of things ain't triggering lifesteal effect apparently. What else we got? Fix the issue where deploying only Ampu in the middle row couldn't release his ultimate skill with full energy when against Boss Quentin in Exotic Expedition. Okay. All right. Didn't notice that again. So those are the patch notes there. We have to review the skills first, and then we'll talk about a team that could potentially run through a lot of the things that are within this game. And this time clock here don't even make any sense. It resets tomorrow, not today. It makes no sense. But anyways, let's hop over to her skills here and see what she brings to this table. So here we are. We got Daji's skills. My goodness. All right, so the ultimate skills at the start of battle summons nine-tailed foxes. So how's that an ultimate skill? So she casts her ultimate at the start of battle? It sounds like it. Nine-tailed fox is inherit attack, defense, critical chance, crit damage, attack speed, damage increase, damage reduction, as well as HP equal to a percentage of her attack damage taken is reduced. Foxes have the ultimate skill, Tail Strike, deals damage to enemies in range equal to a percentage of attack and interrupts charge effects and stunning targets for seconds. Like I said, stun means that there's a chance that she's going to need some accuracy. Active effect, Daji dispels pheromone, making all nine-tailed foxes go berserk. Foxes gain in size, restore energy, and all stats and damage reduction effects increase by few times 4 seconds. Not 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Talent effect, when activating this skill, Daji restores HP equal to a percentage of attack and enters the invincibility state. Can be targeted by skills or basic attacks, and all damage taken is reduced for seconds. So question is, when she goes into the state, can Skino remove her invincibility? Because he has the ability to remove invincibility, right? But it says that it cannot be targeted by skills. How does that work? So we're gonna have to test that out to see. But Skino end up getting erased anyway, so we'll see. Anyways, so of course the common skill, Daji fires volleys of fire at random targets, each volley dealing damage equal to a percentage of Daji's attack. Talent effect, targets hit by volley fire are immobilized for seconds, cannot move or use movement skills. What? Lockdown. Another common skill, Daji deals damage to all enemies in the area equal to a percentage of attack. Need a lot of attack on this girl here, and also increase the energy of all nine-tailed fox in the area. So now they're going to be doing their ultimates even more. Wow. Here goes the first passive. Damage received by Daji is reduced. Again, she already have reduced damage anyways. What? This effect also applies to true damage. I think we spoke about this earlier. Nine-tailed fox recovers endlessly. They just keep coming out of nowhere. I'm interested to see how big they get at the location with HP and energy if Daji's on the battlefield. We kind of went over this a little bit. Daji is immune to control effects for seconds. Nine-tailed foxes revive with an amount of energy. Okay, sounds interestingly enough. So there's a passive here. This is the one where the synergy with the tanks is going to be very interesting. I could see her on the tank team, and I can also see her on the summoner team. They already have that synergy, which is great. It works well with the gems. Only thing is that she can't not do knockdown, so we'll see how this goes. With 3 or more tanks or summoners, right now they call them summoners, in his squad, Daji creates a phantom field at the start of battle for seconds for every one fallen unit, meaning summon creatures. This one works better with the summoners. All ally damage is increased. What? Can be stacked up to a few times and also restores max HP and energy. Keep in mind, hold on to that little bit there, that energy piece there. Listen to this. The talent effect, Increase attack of all ally summoner heroes and their summoned creatures and reduce damage taken. She's going to help us clear 29 of Crimson Abyss. So these are the talent effects here. This one here is just nuts because I had looked over the skills already, but here we go. So it's a Polar Charm enhancement. Attacks from Ninetail Fox and their Tail Strike remove invincibility effects from enemies and execute enemies with less than a percentage of HP after dealing damage. That is crazy. This effect is ineffective against boss and elites. We already figured that, right? Wow. Okay. Fox Fire enhancement. The skill increases the damage taken by enemies from summoner heroes and their summoned creatures when hit. Stacks up to a few times for a second. So whenever she casts her Fox Fire, she's increasing the damage the enemies take. What? Wow. Anyways, then of the skill is increased, and the Ninetail Foxes additionally restores an amount of energy. Daji will recover upon death with HP and energy. Can be triggered a few times per battle. I'm assuming she can revive twice. And just keep in mind that when she revives, if she's with Allu, her max HP is going to go up. This is the one that you want to get, the EX40. The damage increase effect up for allies from Phantom Field stacks up to a few times, and the field duration lasts until the end of battle. That means that you can continuously keep increasing your attack as summoners die. That is insane. Summoners are going to be crazy. If there was any hero that I would want to max out, she is at the top of my list. I don't care if she's a SP. I want to max her out. I do. Just for that EX40 alone. Like, what? My goodness. So actually, let's hop back over to the game and I'll show you the team that I was thinking. Back to the game. Before we get to the team, I just want to show you something and then we'll put it all together. So we need to pull up Allu here, and give me a second. So with Allu, right, we gotta go to our skills here. Let's see which I have to find it. Give me a second here. Let me find the skill that I'm looking for. This is restores. Okay, perfect. So listen to this. When allied summoned creatures die, their summoner restores max HP and energy. Keep that in mind, that the new SP hero does that too. She restores energy and she restores energy, right? So now let's go into formation here. So just rock with me here for a second. So let's look at this team. So first up, the first person I actually need is her. You know, she restores energy too. She's also going to restore energy, because I'm thinking about 18-4, because again, the Vanguards, I don't know what they're doing. They need to figure their life out. So I have to figure out a way around it, because the problem with that is what? Energy regen. So this team here, I'm looking at this. We'll go with, what's her name? Sif. I like Sif up front. We'll put Sif up front with her too, which is fine. Or we could choose between the new SP hero, and then we'll put Anpu in there, right? You put Anpu in there, you already know he's gonna do big damage. Sif is gonna do big damage, and you couple this here. Yes, Anpu doesn't have as much summons. We could play around with it and see which summoner works best, whichever one has the most summons. But I feel like with this here, because again, the fact that Perrin is restoring your energy, she's restoring your energy, Allu is restoring your energy every time a summon dies for the summoned creatures, and Perrin is also increasing your damage, of course. And when you couple that with the new SP hero, the damage increase just for the few seconds. Of course, if you have the EX40, then that means that they're going to be able to beat that. They're going to be able to run through it, because again, won't be able to crit, but the damage is going to still be so high. But that's just that part, right? That's just the Vanguard piece. What about the rest of the game? When you see this team coming through, and of course, we'll run, you know, the typical, and we'll get the bonus because she is a summoner. And of course, we can slap this in here, the usual, typical. And the only problem too is going to be who? Piran, and we can run even the compass too. Piran's gonna be the problem because of her survivability, and to be the one that gets killed easily, especially when it's the energy team. They tend to wipe her out. But again, just the mere fact that when you couple Piran with Allu plus the new SP hero, even if it's only a few seconds where it's recuperating energy, but I'm thinking in terms of when we get her to EX40, and I'm pushing for that. I'm trying to max her out to see what she really brings to the table. But we'll do one copy and see if it's really worth it, because you know most people say you need to get to 4 to 5 copies for you to start seeing that real big damage around EX20. Not only the big damage, but what she's capable of. But I think this team here is more of an end game team, where if you can get your Piran to a Mortal 5, it'll take some, you know, work. But at the same time, if you take 2 of those additional gene hybrids, this is for the players that have extra gene hybrids laying around. Put 2 in there every now and then. Eventually she'll get there. But this team right here, I think that once you put the new SP hero on it, you can move Allu wherever you want. You could even put the new hero in the front, because she's gonna die so much. But remember, every time she dies because of Allu, she's gonna come back with a higher max HP. But that's just something to think about there, guys. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below. Summoners is going to be broken. I already called this a long time ago, even before I even knew about the SP. Now they're just at a whole nother, they're super OP, super broken. When you couple her in there, I will try her with the tanks to see if the synergy is really there. But again, for that hero, you definitely want to at least get a copy just to see what she brings to the table. And worst comes to worst, she'll be a stat stick for endless battles and the next iteration of Holy Land contract. So if you are new to my channel, you want tips, guides, updates, and tier lists, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to join the Discord. Plenty of help over there. If you have any questions, feel free to ask over there. Obviously, if you comment on the video, I'll respond to you. But if you want me to take a look at your account, all of that fun stuff, I can help you better over there on the Discord. So for those that are rocking with me, you should already know what to do. You got to hit the like button so we can send it out to more people, help more people. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.